Welcome back, guys. Let's take a look at the standings after round number 2 here on day 2. Bonspirit Gaming Luna up at the top after, you know, they got so many kills, 120 in that second match.
120 kills, hopefully, but
well, yeah, that would be one crazy game of PUBG.
Hey, man, it will go down in the record books, Brent Valdez, and we'll be here to watch it live, but otherwise, 12 kills, still very, very good for Bonspirit Gaming Luna. BSG Luna looking very, very good at what they have been accomplishing in the first 2 rounds. I told you, maybe in the beginning of the broadcast, I would like to say for myself that I expected BSG Luna to show up once again in today's games, and so far, the 2 rounds have gone for this team very, very well. Genji Gold finishing strong in round 1, the chicken dinner, with the second round not as well, still staying second.
Yeah, and you look down at the bottom, the 2 Chinese teams also not having much luck this time around, even though Fire picking up 3 kills in total, so kind of unfortunate for them. Genji Black finishing way down near the bottom means they're not going to have too many points total after round number 2.
They went out way too early in round 2 to not help their cause. That wasn't really great in round 1 either. I mean, they ended right around the mediocre corner, barely top 10 after round 1 with not getting many kills, but round 2 was this abysmal in the way they ended out in the standings, and does drop them down to 15. We talked about Genji Black in the past of talking about how they do not do so well in the earlier parts of the tournament. It's happening again in PWM.
Yeah, let's take a look at our kill leaders here after round 2. New 2K up at the top from Zod Gaming. Had a good performance in the first match, got more kills in the second match, but not as far along towards that chicken dinner, but hey, at least putting up the numbers.
New 2K, half of those kills came from kill steals, and we saw that multiple times throughout rounds 1 and 2. Hey, any way you can get a kill, that will be applicable for them, and Zod Gaming getting in good positions and making that late rotation. We haven't seen many teams make the late rotation and do it right, and Zod Gaming, at least for today in the first 2 rounds, they have got what it takes to call themselves still the kill leaders here.
Yeah, Zod Gaming looking a lot better, but Bonspirit Luna, BSG Luna.
BSG Luna, yeah.
Bonspirit Gaming Luna.
Bonspirit Gaming Luna.
That's a rough
hey,
word.
25 minutes is up, Valdez. We got your time up. You know, I learned it in 25 minutes.
Yeah, you know, I kept the gaming out of there. Excited to get on to Erangel.
Yeah.
I think I like this map a little bit more. I think a lot of the pros also favor this map. They say it's a little bit better designed. I think it's a little bit more competitive. What do you think, Joel? That's the important thing here.
Usually the case is that Miramar, the teams are learning, and through that process, we see more teams being outmatched by some of the more experienced teams and the teams that have figured it out a little bit more per se. And Miramar has been an interesting map over the months, and you know, teams are getting better at it over time. You have more competition from APL, PSS, now PWM. The third competition to have Miramar fully implemented into the tournament means that now they've had about 2 months of just experience on Miramar on competitive play. So now we're getting into this case where the teams are getting a lot better at Miramar when they compared to when they first started. But now in Erangel, I should say, more expertise, far more on that, thousands of more hours just invented on that. Not totally.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. I mean, I'm excited for even the third map to come out as well. I think that will make things even more interesting because we'll see more of teams favoring specifically one map. You know, teams will try to become, you know, the main team on the new map and stuff like that. So I think that's exciting.
As much as I would like to see Senok on the competitive play, it's a really small map.
Yeah.
We're thinking about 80 players on that map. I thought about it. I thought about that, and a little warning sign came up on my head, and of course it could happen. It could very well happen, Valdez, and one way can happen. You know, whatever it did, we might see Senok in competitive play. If they do, it'll be exciting.
Yeah, will be indeed. But guys, we're going to go straight on to Erangel for TPP to start off our third round of the night. Here we do go, the flight path right from top left to bottom right. And, well, it's right over Georgia Pole. Let's see how many teams go there.
Georgia Pole going to be occupied very much by Genji Black. The kings of South Georgia Pole, kings of Gangnam is what they call it here in Korea. And Yunru and the rest of the squad haven't had the best of performances in the first 2 rounds, now in bottom 10. And want to do a lot better, and hopefully it can get that done. Of course, the flight path will be very welcoming towards the current second place with Genji Gold. Gonna go over to Nova.
Yeah, that is going to be the case. I was looking for BSG Luna. Looks like they're going straight up towards Rojok area. I thought maybe they'd just go straight for Pachinki, but decided against it.
I mean, Pachinki is, very much expected in solo games. Oh, we're gonna get to the action first.
Whoa. Oh, they both. This guy had a double shotgun, but actually did lose to the Uzi. But actually, what happened? Curate comes in from behind. And, well, there you go. Teamwork. That's the name of the game, guys.
I mean, JN just got killed by a micro Uzi, but the person that could kill Curate got killed by a micro Uzi. So
yeah,
it's a good weapon. Very fresh in this early game.
Goes in to go, starting off well. We're taking a look at apartments here. Fire and WGS have landed together. So let's see who will win this one. Doesn't know he's there, and Sonon is actually going to go down.
Saw Fire in the first rendition of their Korean participation in PWM. Head over on Picado versus BSG Luna, but failed out to survive on that one. And there once again, very much consisted of a similar situation where they're up against WGS right behind these apartments around the school area. That means that they did not want to face the same fate as they did in round one. Now in round three, does win at least a minor win here.
Yeah, I mean, generally in esports, the Chinese teams love to get aggressive, and Fire really living up to that name, just right in the middle there at the apartments, and so is WNV actually. And taking a look at the circle, not so good. It's all the way over on the right side, centered around Milta and Milta Power.
When the circle is set, got a lot of action in this early game.
Already? Poor Wicked.
Here's a revenge there from Fire against BSG Luna.
Yeah. Not the most exciting kill, as Wicked did not have a gun of sorts, or any armor, or anything. Wonder what was going on with him.
And we saw that BSG Luna didn't land in Rojok, and we were talking about it earlier, why they don't literally go to Pachinki, because they like to go in the center part of the map. And, I can't finish any point right now because we're still getting a lot of action. WGS and Fire just trying to win against multiple teams here. They did land right around the apartments, right next to the school, and a little bit right of Rojok for some of the members as well. But WGS, after suffering that first kill, wants to get there. But, back to my point on BSG Luna, why they landed in Rojok is that, in solo games, you do see Pachinki trying to get all the items, trying to get the kings of Pachinki. It's like the big thing to have, but, in competitive play, you really prioritize vehicles, and Pachinki is really kind of lacking vehicles in that perspective. They have good items, they do have good ammunition to work with, but you don't have much vehicles to run out of there. But Rojok, in that case, is a lot better city. It's still in the very central part of that map. It's going to be more preferable for BSG Luna.
Yep. WGS just being a bit of a camper here is Kukudas.
Yep.
Did I get that right? Okay. Yeah, just sitting up there with his DP on the third floor, listening to the other members of Fire. Couldn't really get any kills, though. TPP, you can just kind of sit in this position and stare at the door.
It's a good weapon, though, for Kukudas to just sit there and camp, and DP28 is not going to be beat out by many weapons in this game.
You see Genji Black actually coming in from the west, trying to get over to that circle.
This is what they usually do. You have two members of Genji Black kind of going out for scouting reports with Sexy Pig on the lead, and has one more support player. This time it's going to be dramatic. Okay. But the other two members of Genji Black are going to be sparring at the rest of South Shortage Pole and getting full abundant items they can share with their teammates. And what to do here?
Just taking a look, you can see 424 from Blossom is going to go down in a gigantic explosion in the car. Just spotting him over on the left side towards the bridge.
The players have a hard time really just focusing on the HP bar of the vehicles whenever they did get shot from sprays. And once again, you saw Blossom having a hard time to decide whether to get out of there. But see Zod Gaming making that phrase that we're going to punish anyone who decides to invade a landmark. So the starting location they're referring to here is Zod Gaming.
interesting. They definitely seem to be like an outer ring type of team that goes for the, you know, the safer or less risky places, and landing in Severny, definitely one of those places.
Genji Gold landing in Novo, trying to take some shots across the bridge, and Kong the Red Dawn always starts at melee base, trying to make the first crossover. They're not really trying to gatekeep, but they're trying to go up against Genji Gold here.
Eska taking a lot of fire there. And the first thing I hear when Eska takes the first shot is the screams of the fangirls. He has so many fans down here.
Hey, that's always been Eska. He's been very popular with the people, and he's a people person, definitely. And seeing, you know, also them doing so well in this tournament and other tournaments in the past as well, showing good signs for these guys.
Got a little skirmish here. Hyman taking it really, really slow. Is going to spot him and will take him down.
And that's using the TPP to your advantage there. Hyman standing right behind the wall, saw him coming in, and obviously Sanjuk wasn't aware of exactly where Hyman was, but let's get the first strike. We'll get you a kill right away.
Yeah, trying to spot exactly where they were. It looks like more north of the circle. Entis Force now trying to make their way past Prison. Sexy Pig wants to shut that down.
Let's talk about Genji Black. Trying to make the early rotations here, trying to get there early with the two members. Now you see the other two members still in South Georgepol as well. So you only got two players to work with. Genji Black has to make sure he stays safe, allowing the other two members to join in safely.
Uh-oh. Memory having some trouble there. Fire off to a much better start. You know, I was mentioning how the two Chinese teams are currently all the way down at the bottom of the rankings, but this time around, at least having a good start here on Erangel.
They're holding hands to hands, down there in bottom two. Of course, they could not be separated in that perspective. And obviously, you want to just cut ties when you're in that kind of position with the Chinese teams. And we said that in Korean tournaments, even in the past, the Chinese teams have had a hard time putting out good rankings, other than the few outliers we've seen from China making good standings.
Taking a look at some guns on top of the buggy.
I am telling you, at least we have this. At least we have a game running. I'm gonna be happy, man, after this.
Ooh, taking some shots there.
Okay.
Max still mad. You can see that they were finalists, and the pilot of the PWM, and also over at PSS. So they've been showing their faces quite a bit. Some people is all alone here, actually, taking shots. Not scared of anyone or anything, even if he is alone.
Maybe up against so many players here in Media Bridge, trying to get the kills there, but Take not gonna get the shots to connect. Some people was quite down low though, in terms of HP.
Yeah, you'll notice he was kind of the scout for his team, going ahead, being the attacker, and taking some shots. Goes back to the help of his team. Seems like they have picked up a couple of dossiers. Certainly going to be a nice amount of vehicles to start off here.
Let's see what that leads to as we see the Novo men of Genji Gold taking this swimming route across things to get to the other side. We see most of the Genji Gold have already crossed the bridge through their vehicles, but Claytor be the only one just surrounding Kong the Red Dot here as they have been defending the surroundings as soon as they cross the bridge. But now they're going to be approaching Milltown.
Coming in are three members. Claytor is, well, he is still on the beach somewhere, but the rest of his team getting into position, running into fire actually. So we are going to see fire up against Genji Gold here.
Hey, you know what though, Dan Valdez, we've been seeing a lot of fire on camera, and this team, although not the best standings on the day, they do like getting involved in action, and saw that in round one going up against PSG Luna in Picado, and round two, picking up some nice kills, very important for the flow of this game, but let's see another few knocks coming in.
Yeah, looks like Juanita did that with the help of his teammates who were behind. A buggy coming in, looks like he just knocked both of them, and currently out in the blue, pretty far away, so wants to loot up a bunch of the meds and eventually get out of here.
After kills proud, obviously, and that's going to be the, here, but we're seeing Loki going down.
Oh boy. Explosion in the vehicle. The rest of Gold is going to be okay in the building for now, but you'll notice how Maxwell M just have a full grasp of the area, saying, you came on the wrong turf, buddy.
Hey, I just want to make the question here that Genji Gold was already in Milta, looking very safe for the next rotation. The circle just about to close to open up the next one, but made a little bit of risk there, trying to greed over the more central part of that circle. In the process, they do lose one member, Loki, which will be crucial in their strategizing in the late game.
And they're pretty separated from Clater, who is being a bit of a sea dog right now. He's all the way down there.
Oh.
Circle going to be right around Milta and Milta Power, so we shouldn't have a water circle just yet. No water ending circle, I'd say.
Hey, but you know what? Clater's having a fun time in the water right now. Good time of the month here in this time in Korea. Getting very hot here in the seasons.
Yeah.
Clater enjoying his time in the water, but it has to join with Eska and also the other member, Simpson, trying to join in as a three-man squad now.
He canceled the res a little bit early there.
It's happened to us all before.
Worst feeling in PUBG is when you think your weapon is on auto, but it's actually on single.
Oh.
You hold it down trying to spray, and you shoot one bullet, and then you just die embarrassingly.
I did that with a micro Uzi. That was the worst feeling ever.
Oh, no.
Oh. Like, I was playing solo, I was just camping in a house, trying to wait for the guy to come in, and he was like walking in, and I heard all the ODs saying, "I'm ready to get the kill." It's like, boom. That's all. That's the only sound it makes. With a micro Uzi. It's quite weak with one bullet.
Yeah.
Figured out.
Ooh, knocks him. Nice shot there by Esther as Max still VIP. He's going to get two.
Look at that, Esther just getting the shots where they needed the most. And so the four members of Genji Black now joining in. Grammatic looking to finish the rest here. I think Max still VIP's out.
Yeah, looks like it. Gonna kill them. Kongdu Red Dot here on the beach. Up against RG Centurion right now.
RG Centurion, though, separated with all the members now. Zod going down as well to Media Bridge.
Media Bridge Red. Looks like they've got a really nice spot, actually, right in the center of the circle. All four members still alive with 3 kills total. So this team trying to move up from the middle tiers that they're in right now.
I mean, it is a good position in preparation for the next circle because you don't know where that is going to open up, but that just gives them a harder defensive tool. You see them stressed down in the way they have to defend now against all the teams around them.
Take a look at the replay, mentioning Red. He actually knocks him. Yeah, gets them both. I always forget this guy's name.
Kukadas.
Kukadas.
You never had that snack here in Korea where they had this little bar of it's a soft dessert. They sell in packages and you just crush it open. I'll buy you some kukudas after broadcast today. You'll know from now on. The next time you see kukudas, you'll know by the snack later.
Yeah. Certainly seems like, well, Black being going to be knocked here. That's really unfortunate. He does have a teammate nearby at least, but they're in the blue and pretty far out of it. So
here's a dessert, knocking off another dessert in Blackbean. I'll seriously buy some
lots of references to different brands.
Hey, you know, sometimes it's creative. It's creative. It's difficult being creative with the username they can make, and sometimes they just refer to their favorite snacks after a nice meal, and Kukadas and Blackbean along the way in that one.
Trying to get some shots down on the vehicle, but couldn't quite shoot just under it, so.
Yeah, still getting knocked down by the blue, though. Blackbean does use the med kit to get all the way back up to 100%, then. Kukadas still looking to get the kill onto the members of Kakao here.
Sees him running away, yeah. Might just have to give up eventually. I mean, it doesn't look like he has a vehicle, but he's way outside the blue, over towards apartments right now, so. Yeah, we're taking a look at it now. You'll see it up in the top left. Yeah, Kukadas all by his lonesome.
Quite far away, Kukadas and the rest of the members of Kakao. Even the next circle opens up, which means the blue damage is only going to be increasing. Just prompts to all the players who are currently outside to get back into the home and trying to get back into the circle.
Yeah. Speaking of people outside the circle, Kakao also pretty far out of it, but they have a bunch of vehicles at least, so trying to make their way in. Ooh, nice shot there. Getting the knock with the Car 98. Looks like Indigo will be left to die as the rest of them just say, we got to get out of here.
PSG Luna currently at the top of prison. They're trying to get the kills. Entus Force does get one knock, but makes it difficult for Entus Force now to make the rotation in.
It's much easier to see people when they have a giant logo above their name. Just realizing that as we're looking through the lens of some of the players.
Does make it very nice for our viewing experiences to see, to keep up with our favorite teams. Of course, it's fair to say that all our global viewers have yet to really determine their favorite teams. So, you know, when you do have months and months of Korean PUBG go about, our mission is to really give you guys a bunch of good, nice options for you to choose from.
Yeah. Oh, look at this Memory all alone here. His team is a little bit spread out, but they're nearby. He's alone behind this rock, and Entus Force, I don't think they know that he's here right now.
Entus Force did come off a loss of their teammate in that rotation, so really looking to go aggressive here, but if Memory does pull the first fire, he's going to be punished by the 3 members who are clustered up for now on his face.
You can see Juan is a little bit behind the rest of his team, just being the backup player for now.
This creates a wider radius of vision, and that information can help you in the long run. In case someone does come from behind, Juan will be able to deliver that information.
Just taking a look at 2 members here like the split screen. Certainly helps out in catching the views of many different members. Of course, this is TPP, so it's not as aggressive when it comes to, you know, just running up the hill there.
So this is the most comfortable game mode for all these Korean players. Erangel in TPP. Double duties there in the ways that you can feel more comfortable about playing PUBG here. Still going at it though, Entus Force and Fire, just feeling like they're kind of aware of where their surroundings are.
PSG Luna, we haven't really seen much of them. Obviously, they're on top in first place right now in the standings, but for now, just up by Prison, you know, taking some pot shots. That's about it. See, Kukadas is getting extremely low right now in the car. I mentioned how he's just way outside the circle. Gonna have to use one of his first aids. He's actually gonna run into the circle.
And the new circle opens up. Can he survive this Kukadas? I wonder if he was looking at the circle as he was getting out of the vehicle. I would just rather kind of risk being hurt by others as long as you can get into the safe. And having a lot of first aid kits wasted there.
Fire can hear them coming. Are they going to take some pot shots as they go by? The answer is yes. Juan is going to be knocked. 2 of them going to be knocked out of the vehicle.
Kyoyo and Juan going down on that occasion gives Fire free food to feast upon it. And the 4 members of Fire obviously doing not to their potentials in the first 2 rounds. Looking a lot better in round 3, getting all these very significant kills.
Yeah, they killed them both. You mentioned the feast they're about to get. Certainly will be picking up a ton of loot from the 2 guys they just knocked, or killed rather.
Actus Indigo currently in the edge of the circle trying to get in, but WGS trying to take some shots as well.
Looks like WGS were being shot from somewhere else just based on their position right now. Good grenade.
Look at this.
Gets him outside. They are just gonna execute him. They're deciding who they want to give the kill to. It almost looks like there.
Still all the action here with Audrey Centurion right by Milton Power, as you can see from the current location. Gonna have to go up against Kakao here.
Yep, running away here is Hyman. It's gonna take a ton of damage. Yachago does not want to give up on this guy.
He saw the blood splats and knows that he's very, very low on health. As soon as he finds him though.
Down he does go. So Hyman just a little bit too aggressive there, running straight in. Eating way too many shots. Yachago gonna pick up the kill.
You know, when you see the blood coming out from your opponents, when you shoot like that, you know they don't have much health to work with, and you saw him rushing in like that, Yachago. Very nicely done by the other members of Audrey Centurion now trying to get revenge here. Oh, with that grenade. Oh, that was, could have been dangerous.
Yeah. Big fight in here, gonna get the kill in the end. Searching for Yachago behind. He does get the kill.
Very nicely done by Audrey Centurion there. Only losing DDSG to a knock, but will get res quite easily, and Kakao will be eliminated here.
We just passed rather the 20-minute mark. So we're getting later and later in these circles. Kakao just not having too successful of a tournament so far. And this game is going to be no different, as it looks like the majority of them have now been taken out.
Fire have been spending way too much time feasting on their dead opponents and find themselves in this outside of the circle situation. You see 7 King getting fired at as well. They don't have much information to work with to get their next position.
Ooh, he's in the blue too. He's trying to get in. He's going to run into a member of Media Bridge Gaming here. And down he will go. They're right on the edge. They got a bunch of smoke set up, but there's many members right near them trying to take him out.
Indigo still in this good part of the circle. You see them on the left hard. With the current safe zone, they don't have to move in. I like what they're doing, trying to cluster up together to make sure they have the maximum firepower in this Harry Potter.
Looks like a grenade was able to take out some of the members up there. Max still VIP, having their own little feast. Media Bridge MCN.
So VIP is a little bit outside the circle, as you can see on the minimap. They do have to go in, but back is going to be the only one left remaining for this team here. So he's kind of rely on the late rotation to hopefully get in safely.
Simpson looks like he was being shot from the second floor by Ungjin. They're trying to come on in here. Kukadas finally goes down as his blue adventure does end.
His other teammates are still alive, though. We still see WGS with DG90 and Lambert 10. They're going to be on the right side of the circle, currently in the safe zone. So feeling fine, but Kukadas does go down, as you say.
Interesting position here for the two Gen G teams trying to come in on the south side. They may end up fighting each other in the end.
And if they know Maxo Mad is going to be around their surroundings, Eska is very, very low as he tries to heal up here. Oh, he does cancel the heal, though.
Oh, the grenade might get him there. Looks like he just got shot in the end. New2K takes him out. Hancock, they didn't move. I mean, they're in the blue. They're trying to run out, and the other team just waiting for him.
So now we're looking at Genji Black trying to get revenge on their sister team as they were punished by them in round 1. Now this round 3 in Erangel, trying to get some kills against Genji Gold here.
So many different teams gathering up here as Danawa is just hiding in the smoke right now. They're able to take out Mir Dio.
And this Ace in a much better position than Danawa in this situation. They don't have much room to move around. Smoke is the only part of cover, but Chris is going to have easy shootings there.
Yeah, level 1 helmet, not really going to stand up to the firepower if you are able to get a couple of headshots there. Now it's all up to Keswick, who currently is the only one alive against 3 people.
And to say, such a good position they are right now. Even if they were even in number, that position is going to give them the win here. And Keswick can be under numbered here. We're talking about a 3-to-1 situation. Mirdayo definitely not going to be able to get rest so far away.
Blue is about to come in as well, so he's really not in a good spot. Look at Actos Indigo, though. They see everything that's happening here. Should be able to get the kill onto Keswick, as he will go down to the blue.
Originally, that could have went over to Ojin and Taseis, but does give over the kill. But actually does die in the blue zone, so it does not give them the kill right away. Still looking at the next circle here.
Ooh, right on top of Genji Black and WGS. Good position for them. There's not much cover around those buildings, so if you can get into one of those compounds, you're going to have a ton of cover compared to everyone else.
Genji Black looking very good in their positions right now. They don't really have to worry about defending out all the angles here. It's mostly about the left and the right side. And if they can get the sides correctly with the Wizard Tower that they do have, I'm sorry, the garage building that they have is going to be important for them to make sure they can push through with the really good position they have here.
Look at Moto K. I think he's the only one left for Zod Gaming right now. He's just living up to the name of their team, where they just love to hang around the blue and take their time with it.
I mean, they're always a late entrance here, and sometimes they do suffer for that. And this is the time again where they're trying to just survive as a one-man unit, but finding it difficult. But we're looking at Media Bridge here, trying to invade in against WGS and BSGO at the same time.
That knocked 2 people.
Oh, wow.
It got both Papi Rio and Albin here, so having to take a bunch of time to come back and actually res up his teammates. As I said it before, there's really not much cover when you're outside of these buildings.
I don't remember why WGS, after throwing that grenade, getting 2 knocks on their indicator, does not jump out right away to finish off the kill, but Trying to take safety first, but does allow time for Media Bridge to get both the rounds up.
Look at Isco too, just sitting in the bathroom, it looks like, in the same house as WGS. I don't think they have spotted him either, because he's just chilling here.
Isco, he could get some very crucial kills to help out WGS here. Will someone could just walk into this restroom here?
Yeah, this is just a really good strategy if you're all alone against squads. It's like, well, you're not going to go 1v4, so you want to wait until they're fighting or they get cut down. This is a good angle. Props to Spo TV.
There you go. Doing it right here. But Naobin, they hear everything. Isco has his gun up. He is ready to shoot down Naobin as soon as he walks in.
This is that moment in PUBG where your heart rate starts to go up a lot when you're this one player. Because you know he's right next to you. Like literally right next to you outside of the wall.
Oh, he's right there. He can just literally peek out and just go for the kill right away. And that's going to be Isco going to get the kill here.
Yeah, he's going to pick up one kill. Who else will he get? He's going to close the door first. This is a very interesting skirmish. Trying to jump in, but he gets knocked.
Oh, the second knock.
Okay, he does not get the kill in the end, though, as it was only the knock. So, nice try by Isco, almost picking up 3 kills, gets 2, and stays alive for quite a while.
Now, that does help WGS come down from the second floor, down to first, get the rest of and Media Bridge here. So that help coming in from Isco is going to get WGS into a much better position in this next circle.
Oh, boy. All of those compounds I was talking about, they're all outside the new circle here, just one building. Looks like only ROG Centurions one is kind of half in the circle at this point.
The Wizard Tower that they're staying in is going to be relied upon for the suppression into the survivability for this next circle rotation here. But Genji Black, they have to make the rotation a little bit north. Not too far away, but they still have to get a move on before they can get in. Oh, look at this though!
That probably made his heart stop as he was facing the totally other direction and just gets shot in the back of the head.
Even if it's TPP, man, you can't just look too far behind you, and Yak did not have him in his sights there.
Lambu was tied for first on most kills after round 2, and he has 6 more in round 3. He is getting so much, and he's carrying this WGS team.
And we talked about teams that making a comeback into a little bit of nosing here, but Genji Black trying to go up against RGC. RGC a little bit separated in that instance, losing Hunsuk on the path.
Yeah, another kill. 2 more for Lambo. He's up to 8 kills in 1 round.
RGC, if they hadn't lost Hunsuk there, they would be up 3-3 against Genji Black, but finding it a lot more difficult to fight back now as Genji Black trying to get some free kills.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up Juanita there. So 2 kills on every Genji Black team. Only 3 teams remain. Looks like Genji Black has the most members, 3 on 2 on 2.
WGS, as long as they avoid this correctly and just allow RGC and Genji Black, who are more closer to each other, to fight against each other. I see WGS, even with a 2-man squad, can win out this one.
Trying to throw in the grenade, see if he hit it. The answer is no, as it bounces outside. Look at this in TPP. You can just sit behind the rock, watch the fight happen, and at the perfect time, he can go for the kill. Lambutan
and DBG98 does not have to fight here. They just have to stay in very far distance from the rest of the members, and they are the closest to the next circle. So that means RG Centurion and Genji Black on their rotation has to be forced to fight, and that will be WGS on the audience seat, just waiting to get that last kill.
Yeah, they're just waiting here. They know exactly where the other 2 teams are as well. I wonder how sure they are about, other teams if they are. But here we go. The circle's closing.
Making that noise, so it's going to be WGA.
Oh, they're spotted.
WGAs are spotted with that driving, but RGC finding trouble here now.
Yeah, they get the 1 kill. DDSG is just going to stay in the house for now. Whereas Genji Black, they've put down a line of smokes, actually, to get over into the circle. A fantastic play so far.
Okay, DDSG is going to go down in the end, so it's going to be a Genji Black and 2 members of WGS, 3v2. Who's going to come on top?
Sexy Pig, I think he's identified that there's no more members. Oh, that grenade!
He
gets 2!
Oh,
That's
my goodness!
unbelievable! kill.
DG98, that's going to pull the trigger, and
there
that's
it
going
is.
to get the win. What a play to get that done. Frag grenade, and you saw Genji Black clustered up in the middle right there, and they do exactly the textbook answer to what you're doing supposed to do in that situation.
What an unbelievable grenade. That's exactly what you need to come up big at the end. I mean, I don't even know if they knew that there were all three members just clumped up there, but the grenade just lands straight on two of them, damages another, and more kills even picked up for WGS. They had 8 on Lambutan and then 2 on the other guy, but he got 5 more kills. I saw he ended the match with 7.
An absolutely impeccable read by WGS right there, knowing the whereabouts of where Genji Black might be located, and it was their mistake. Genji Black, they should not have clustered 3 members. They were outnumbering their opponents 3-2, and it was their mission to drive a power, to make sure they're separated enough they can get some versatility in the Waken position to their victory, but that mistake was punished the most extreme way.
So that's going to do it. You can see the happy faces of WGS contrasting with Genji Black. That really tells the story here. We're going to take a break and come back with round number 4.